Hi, I'm Alan Cruz from Cultura Colectiva. Thank you for. It's a pleasure being here with you. First of all, everything's talking about the wedding dance scene. How it was to film? Was there music on set? Did you have choreography, or did they just let you dance freely?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me here in Mexico. It's lovely to be here. Um, that dance sequence was so special. And it looks maybe like we just threw it together at the last minute, but it was months of preparation for that. We tried many different things. There was a choreographer involved. There's hundreds of supporting artists in that. Everyone was working in concentric circles, so many people involved. We were playing the music that you hear, we were playing that. I remember Tony's idea for that was to be able to get inside her head. How do you see a woman wrestling with a chaos and using her body in a way that we've never seen her before? And so we started off actually months before with some kind of specific ideas with maybe what might be customary with Chandrilla. And then slowly and then I remember him saying in the script that she'd just do spin and spin and spin and spin. And we tried that, but then I just got sick. So we just spin so much. So we tried many different things, and eventually it all comes together with everybody's work and the cinematographer and the camera people and the lighting and all the dancing and the movement to be able to catch what's inside her head. And it was a really special day. It was a real crescendo of emotion and a joy for me to play. I remember it was so special that day.
You played Mon Mothma at different point of her life, from the Revenge of the Seeds to Rebels, and not always in order. How do you approach those shifts? How do you decide when to move her forward or pull her back in her journey?
That's a good question. I think the writing does that. Each of those pieces that you talk about, like from Revenge of the Sith to then Rebels, there are different writers and filmmakers involved. So they have a focus on who she is in that piece and why she's important, and how she fits within that tapestry of that piece of work. So first of all, there is always that as the actor. You must look at what you have and then how you work within that, what you seek to explore in her, and then you jump. And then it has been an extraordinary surprise for me in my career to come back to her. And the scenes in Revenge of the Sith, they didn't make the film, but I still remember them. They're still in my body. I still had that experience. So I could take that with me. And then to have the opportunity of Andor, which is to give story time and screen time to this woman in a way she has never had, and I have never had before, has been my great privilege. And it has been really important for me as an actor to squeeze out as much as I possibly can from her and to hold her up.
Were there small details about Mon Mothma, her voice, posture, the way of moving, that you paid special attention to while filming?
I think I must go back to what Caroline Blakeston did in the very first time Mon Mothma was originated with George Lucas. She's very still. She's very like a pillar. She uses her voice. She moves not very much. So I remember studying that initially and learning about that. And so I know that. I know how she holds herself. What Andor allowed for was to break from that. That's why that dancing scene is so important, because you see her wrestle out of that physicality of that statue. But then later in this season, you get to see her have to be a politician again. You get to see how she has to hold herself in those costumes. Michael Wilkinson's costumes really inform how you must stand, how you you know, it's like the armor she chose to put on that day. That's how she chooses to be. And then what is revealing about character is the moments you get to either take something off or move differently. That allows you to see maybe her struggle or her, you know, what's going on inside of her. Like all of us, right? Like, yeah.